Okay, starting off with the news for Tuesday. We've got starting off at 4 a.m. Eastern Standard Time in the U.S. We've got medium impact on the pound, 4 and 4:30. 8:30 a.m. we have high impact for the CAD, some medium impact, some high impact for the dollar, and some medium impact for dollar. So let's look at this. Core retail sales for the CAD. We've got retail sales for the CAD. We got non-farm employment change and unemployment change for the dollar, and then average hourly earnings. Going backwards here a little bit in the pound, we got the MPC member Bean speaking, and then public sector net borrowing for the pound. Moving on to the 9 a.m. Medium level impact for the dollar. Tennessee long-term purchases. By the way, the stars by all these folders here, just what that signifies is that because of the government shutdown in the United States, all of this information, the data, has been delayed by, I believe, 18 days. So that may or may not create more of an impact. I'm not really sure, since this is not a usual thing that the government shuts down. So it may create more of an impact because people are possibly waiting for this data, and they might be more, it might create more volatility. So it's just something to little note there on that. Moving forward into the later part of the day, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, there's some Aussie dollar medium impact news, and then an hour and a half later, there's some high level and medium level for the Aussie dollar, and that pretty much covers it for Tuesday the 22nd for news. Okay. Looking at the DX. So currently in the daily chart, the bulls are in charge. They've been in control for the last 3 days, but that's not saying much. It's been kind of weak, and so right now it's kind of a sideways action, especially following this really strong bearish candle, and that coincides mostly with what happened with the government shutdown, and then of course the markets, the Dow and the S&P recovered greatly to the upside, and then of course the dollar was divergent to that move, and now it's just not a lot going on. It's kind of flat, but based on some of the demand supply that I put in here, it is touching on some historical demand areas going back as far as February, and actually back here in December of 2012, because there's not a whole lot of data in between there, especially since we've pretty much been in a downtrend since I don't know, the end of June, beginning of July, right there. Just you know, these series of even though we had a higher high here that broke some of these previous higher highs, we had a lot of bearish movement, pretty much taking it more to the downside. It is my belief that we might see some bullish short-term movement up towards the secondary trend line right here, getting close to the area supply, but I don't believe it'll break this primary downtrend line here. And my long-term is that we'll probably see some bearish movement down, testing this 79.4, and then possibly even farther down, testing historical lows at the 78 level, but there might be some corrections in between there. So that's my prediction on the DX's short-term bullish, long-term bearish. And so moving along to the index, or the markets. The Dow is currently, the bears are in control. So we've got some doji-ish spinning top type action right here, a bit of a pivot swing high going on, and some areas of supply based on some previous support, and then here's some areas of supply based on resistance. So again, not a whole lot going on. You know, it could be a stall until it continues to the upside, unless it doesn't want to, and then of course we'll see a correction to the downside, maybe down to some other areas of demand. I do not think it'll break any new lower lows. And the reason why is some better performing indexes, like the S&P, are in blue sky territory, breaking previous highs at the 1730 level here. But again, slowed momentum and currently in a doji or spinning top. So you know, we're seeing a little bit of slow momentum and then maybe a correction, and then again possibly to the upside again, breaking new highs. So with that being said, if the markets are up, and you know, the relationship between the DX and the markets is in whack, then that would coincide with a bearish dollar index. And so that's the markets on that. And moving to some stock futures. And again, so stock futures are you know, if you can use this as a prediction, they're negative on the markets right now. You know, for Asia they're positive, and for some of the Chinese markets they're positive, but for the American markets they're still looking at flat to negative on that. So prediction, if you will, of possible movement for the next day or so with regards to that. And we can look at some commodities. Look at gold, the dollar. Again, you know, bulls are in charge, but it's been flat for the last couple of days, coming off this really strong bullish bar. Didn't want to break previous high, so technically still in a downtrend. And again, you know, we'll like to see what happens with this. It could possibly, based on this pivot right here, pretty significant pivot if it chooses to go to the downside with this doji, and then we've got some lower highs, and pretty much these lows are just kind of going sideways, and so it could possibly go to the downside, continuing down to break maybe this previous lower low right here. So that's the gold, and going to the other one we look at, which is oil. And again, we've got the bulls are in charge. We've got a spinning top forming here right now. Lower lows and lower highs, pretty strong downtrend, and so we'll see where this goes next couple of days, and how that affects our pairs. And that is the commodities. And that's pretty much it for the macros. Any questions?
Nice. Alrighty, and you rate John based on his macros. What would it be?
10. 10 out of 10. Very good, John.
Get out of here. Nobody gets a 10.
I'll give you a 9.5 then.
Alrighty.
Excellent. Okay, while you're there then, John, just actually choose one pair that you want to analyze today.
Alrighty.
Also, actually two. The other one is your dollar yen.
So you want me to analyze dollar yen?
Yes, please. Since you have the dollar yen, right?
Yeah, I do. Okay, 1 second here. Okay, I'll do dollar yen first. All right, so look at the weekly real quick. So on the dollar yen, what we've got, the bulls are currently in charge, and it's coming out of this concentric triangle formation here. A lot of movement between. Let me just, since I don't have this, I'll use this chart. This is the chart I was just on. Okay, there we go. Better. So demonstrated by this downtrend, series of downtrend lines here, primary and the secondary, and then this uptrend line here. You can see the movement in between those trend lines. And so it's currently right now coming off of this last week. It's a very bearish candle. So right now we're in bullish territory, and it's moving towards this secondary trend line. Got some pretty, based on the daily, because I got the daily lines in here, it's approaching some pretty strong areas of supply. So chances are that we could see it getting up to, the high 98s, possibly a 99. If it chooses to break this secondary trend line, then we could see it moving closer to 99 and getting close to this primary trend line. However, I do believe we'll see movement stay within this triangle here, back down to these areas of demand as it gets closer to possible breakout, and that's on the weekly. And then looking at the daily, there we go. Looking at the daily, similar picture. The trade was based off of this swing low pivot. So we had a really strong bearish bar right here. Had a lower low, and then hit the spinning top of the lower low, and then we had this bullish movement here when it closed out with a higher low and a higher high, coming off this strong area of demand right here. So based on that, I chose to go long also, and put a good trade alert on this on Sunday. I didn't trade it on Sunday. I wanted to see what happened on Monday, so so I traded it today, and here's my targets based on Confluence, and I was pretty conservative with my targets, and I might even, based on what's going on right now, I might go ahead and close some of my positions, because we've got news that I just remarked on with regards to the macros. So yeah, we've got dollar news. There's no yen news coming up, but we've got dollar news starting at 5:30 our time here on the Pacific side of the United States, and there's just no telling what's going to happen with this news. I mean, it could go either way, especially since previous high-impact news for existing home sales was negative. So with this information, this data, not coming out for a while, there's really no telling what kind of volatility it's going to create. So I might actually take some of my positions out, and depending on how far ahead I am, trail my stop to a more less of a losing position. But I'm going to see where that goes in the next hour or so. That's the dollar yen. Any questions on that?
Okay, start from your end.
So you traded this based on M1, John, is that right?
Correct.
Okay, so you went to, there was a trade alert last Sunday. Just curious why you didn't go in.
I wasn't sure about any of the majors, just because of the fact that everything's flat, and I saw that news, and I was watching the hourly, and that's something I kind of left out, was that I was looking at the hourly, and that's where I got this blue marker, and actually one of the reasons why I didn't go into it is because I thought, well, you know what, maybe I'll get it at a better price, and it doesn't get a better price, I'll analyze the hourly again on Monday and decide then. And Monday came around, and I felt a little better about it, so I decided to go in, conservatively, and so that's kind of my approach on it.
Okay, cool. No other questions for me?
Okie doke. So your turn, and choose one pair, please.
I did. Want me to do two, or?
Oh yes, please. Sorry. While you're there,
I mean, it's no big deal. I can just
no,
stop
go.
there.
Yeah, go the other one, please.
Oh. Let me see what else we're looking at. let's do the euro dollar. Okay, so the euro dollar, looking at the weekly, currently the bears, sellers are in control right now. Based on movement so far, we've got an uptrend that it's been in currently, but it's failed to, and we're in the ask here, it failed to break the previous high, and it seems to be stuck right in this area of supply right here. And so we've got this bearish candle with a lower high and a lower low. So we've got, it broke out of this concentric circle triangle here, based on these downtrend lines and uptrend lines, and so we've got a new trend, and the trend is up. However, again, like I said, it didn't break this previous high, and now I've got a bearish candle. So good possibility we could see small retracement to the downside, and then continue to the upside. It really has a lot to do with the, or it has a good deal not to do with the DX and where it goes, since euro-dollar pair is affected by movement in the DX, and so it'd be interesting to see what happens with the DX. If the DX is short term to the upside, then we could actually see it move down into this area here and test this area of demand right here, and then the long-term forecast of the DX being bearish, then we could see the euro dollar be strong and then head up and break this previous high here at 137.220, and then continue to the upside and even surpass some of these areas of supply right here. So I'm kind of bullish on this, bearish short term, bullish long term. Looking at the daily right now. So again, we've got sellers in control here, and it's coming off of a swing high pivot right here, formed by this bullish Spain top, and it's touching on this area of supply right there. And so again, it's got some distance here. Let me see here. Yeah, I could probably put some more lines of demand in here. Hey, quick question. Have you guys noticed that the lines don't hit exactly on this new version of market square?
Yes, it's not sticking very nicely.
It's weird. You know how you fix it?
Frustrating.
I noticed this the other day. You know how you fix it?
How?
This is stupid, but I don't know how I figure it. You click bid and ask back and forth, back and forth, back and forth like that, come back to add like that, and
it fixes it?
Yeah, it fixes it. I guess it may be a short-term fix, but it fixes it. See now, like, okay. So if let's see here. So I'll just choose another. Yeah, see. So see how it sticks on that one. So I don't know. Who knows, man? But yeah, it was really frustrating me the other day.
Yeah.
Okay, so yes, I could draw some more lines in here. Previous areas of resistance here, kind of adding to some of this, levels that it could possibly come down to. Some in here as well, right? But again, like I said, right now things are kind of flat and they're going kind of sideways. To be honest, on this trade, about 50%. Maybe a little more than that, but we're going to see a bearish retracement right here, and then a continuation to the upside on the euro dollar. So that is my prediction on that pair. Any questions, comments?
Okay, comments.
Yeah. Do you mind drawing the fib to see if it will retrace, where it would retrace, and where it's at the moment?
Sure thing. Okay, so it's on ask right now. So if I was lead on ask. So Right. So kind of coincides a little bit with some of these previous areas of resistance here. 38 comes down to about there, and the 50 is sitting right in the middle there. 62 is hitting right on these heavier lines of past resistance. So if you were to go, do a swing trade on this for the short term, this could be your targets. And so at this present moment, you're looking at possible 50 to 82 to 100 something pips, and then moving to the upside.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
Yeah, sure thing.
Okie dokes. Well done, John. Alright then, just choose two pairs without looking into the macros because the macros already been done. Yeah, just choose two.
Just M1.
Just M1 with the high potential trades. Which one have you found so far?
Oh, have I found? There's really nothing at this stage, but I'm still in a couple of trades, the dollar CAD, pound Swiss, and the euro yen. So I'll just analyze the dollar CAD, see what I can see. Okay, so based on the weekly chart, what we can see here at the moment is that last week sellers were pretty much in control. Lower high here, lower low here as well, and also at a good demand level right here at about the 102.75 area. Historical prices hit it a few times in the past, and what we can see here at the moment is that buyers are in control right now. What I can also see is a pivot to the downside on the weekly chart, lower highs here, but however it's still on an uptrend from this end right here. So we'll see if it will either fill out this void in this area right here, fill up the gap on this tail right here and break further down, or if not, it may even hold this demand level right here and then trade or fill up the gap within this symmetrical triangle right here as well. But there's a visible pivot to the downside, but on a good demand level there. So if we look at the daily chart, we can see here as well, lower highs here, lower lows here as well, and also there's also a pivot here to the upside at the moment. But what we can see here as well, sellers are still in control, very weak candles, so it may either create a small retracement to the upside. So if it does retrace itself to the upside, let's just draw a fib from this high to this low, since we see also a pivot right here to the upside. Then it may just retest itself to about the 38%, even the 50%, which is also a good supply level right here, but the 103.33 before it may either proceed further or create a lower high, a new lower high, and then go further down to at least the 102.50, even the 102 if it wants to. So at the moment, still I'm still short with this trade and holding it to about the 102.50 or even the 102 price area at the moment. So that's my trade on the dollar CAD. On my next trade, I've got the euro yen. So another yen pair based on the weekly chart. Okay, the weekly chart at the moment, what we can see here is it's in a very strong uptrend. The next price to beat is this high right here. But the 134.93 price area, buyers very much in control last week and the week before, even this week, buyers are still strong. They may break this high and retest the 134, maybe even 135 price area. And if we scroll further, we can also see higher prices right here to at least 138 if it wants to. So the first area would be these levels right here, Okay, so the 135.47, 135.40, 50, I should say, before it will reach to these highs here above the 138.40 price areas. But as we can see here, buyers in control, very strong at this point on the daily chart. Also on an uptrend as well, new pivot point right here and another pivot here as well. Buyers in control. Yesterday, strong buyers. Today, still early, may even still be strong and retest the 134.93 and also beyond. So I'm just holding that to this area. My target's about the 135, but if it doesn't want to break this high right here, then I'm going to close it. See some form of weakness before doing a short retracement, perhaps maybe a retracement to the downside right there. But for now, still holding the long position. Yeah, that's all my my trades for now. The other one is the pound against the Swiss. Okay, the pound against the Swiss is quite flat at the moment based on the daily chart. Let's look at the weekly. The weekly chart, as we can see here, is it's on an uptrend from here to here. Nice pivot point right here that we can see, but very weak candles right here as well. 2 weeks in a row showing dojis. They still don't know whether to proceed further up or retest this demand level right here. So it's in a good demand level as well. So it's really consolidating between 2 points, between this area of demand and also this area right here. So we can also see another pivot point right here. Week's not over yet, so there's a visible pivot right here, but it's just holding within these price areas here. So it's right about the equilibrium point based on the weekly chart. Historical prices, you can see here as well, that it's just consolidating between those two areas for now. On the daily chart, lower highs happening here, lower lows here as well, but what we can see here, recent candles, is that the lows are higher, so it's really converging, so it's indecision still. Just drawing my lines just to show you guys. It's not bad today, John. It's sticking quite well.
I know, it's weird. I wonder what it is.
Yeah. It's just a new application that they created. Okay, so it's, as you can see here, it's just converging within this symmetrical triangle, trying to fill up that void in the triangle formation right there. Lower highs, pivot to the downside, pivot to the upside. So next couple of days, we need to see whether or not they will push this down or up. So it's really, as we can see it here, it's just indecision at this stage. So that's all my trades for now. Any questions?
Okay, no questions on my end.
I got a question right there. Hey, Ray, is it a bit of a channel? Does that qualify? Could you actually make a channel out of that right there?
Channeling to sideways movement or upward movement? If to the downward movement for a short term, then it could be. However, because of if N draws a primary uptrend, or actually the trend, see that primary, secondary, the secondary uptrend all the way to tertiary. Yeah, see how it is connecting. Then it's currently in a place where the price is being trapped. They need to choose, because if it's already in the channel, technically speaking, the price should be right down around below 144.72.
Gotcha.
Yeah, that's right. It's trapped.
So they need to make a decision whether they will push the price to the upside or just break the trend to head back around the 143, 142 area. Alrighty, so Arthur, would you be able to look at 2 or 3 pairs using M2 and M3?
Yeah.
Alrighty. Oh, by the way, from what we did last Thursday night, was there any potential trades that it triggered?
Last Thursday. Can't remember now.
Did you write
For
things
M2
down?
and M3,
Mainly for M3 from last week's. Actually, yeah, we did M2, M3, nothing for M2, but M3 there were a few
Oh, yeah, I
potential
remember
trades.
that now, yeah. So yeah, I did enter the Euro switch last thing on Saturday morning. So I did enter Euro switch based on the weekly. So this is the second bar above the 8 of the 10. So I did enter that one. I also entered the Euro pound based on the daily gold short first second. So yeah, and then so I think I enter on Monday first thing in the morning, so I get in, but now it's coming back up, but it haven't stopped out yet. So so I'm still holding this one because it's not stopped 2 hours, and also here is close to the 85. So unless he break through the 85, then there will be continue upside. Otherwise, don't think still could be. Yeah, I'm still holding this one, and the other one is still the Aussie yen. I'm still holding the Aussie yen.
Okay, is that it? Is that the one? How about any
Yeah,
M2s or M3s?
that's all. I don't have any M2 at the moment.
Alright, not a problem. Sounds good. Okie dokie. What we're gonna do now then is we're gonna keep practicing.
I almost feel guilty enter the Euro yen M1 by N trade alert, because sometimes every time I receive a trade alert, but when M1 I say I don't know M1, and I look at the M2 and M3, like based on the M3 1 hour, like the Euro yen is still on an uptrend. I think I did go short, but after I think I canceled because I got an email fix it. So I have a look. Yeah, he did fix it. So I say, oh my god, bugger. So I have to quickly close the trade. But then he got the law. But I remember Ray said, don't mix up M1, M2, and M3 together. So, okay, don't worry. I say I won't enter.
Yeah, because based on 1 hour, there's nothing. In actual fact, it's telling you to go long, right?
Yeah.
And then see October 18, you have an M2 right there at 7 o'clock in the morning. 7 o'clock probably your time in the morning. So you have an M2 and then an M3 basically followed from there. So why did you go short? What did you short? What did you
No,
go
because of here, because we have a look at on there, and then it's because they didn't fix it before. It was a below first day and second day. So, and I thought that was Saturday morning.
Mm-hmm.
I entered while doing your webinar, I think, and then I go short. And after when the market opened on Monday, shoot back up, and then send out the trade alert, and then got an email say to fix it. I said, oh, got it back out, and then I have to quickly close it already. I was gonna be in trouble, and then that's why I find it also sometimes be challenge when I thought I've entered the trade is the other direction. Like this times I go short, but the trade alert in a different methodology say it's long. I say, oh, and then I'm not sure, and then say, yeah, that could happen. Yeah,
So yeah, based on the daily,
yeah, it
is
was
there an
original.
exit or do you have to exit yet?
Not yet,
Yeah.
but it's because they fixed the 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 chart, the original, I still remember they was below, but now after the
Oops. Think you're off. No worries. Okay. Alrighty, you should be able to see my screen right now. Based on M3, you have to go long, short, or do nothing. Start from you, John.
Do nothing right now.
And
Do nothing.
alright, dollar yen. Long or short. Start from you, John.
Based on M3?
Yes.
No. I mean, it's based on the rules. It's still in a long position.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, can you put it in the ask? That doesn't really make a difference. I mean, if I was in it, I'd still be long.
Okay.
And then maybe even, I mean, I guess, based on it crossing the moving average, you could probably scale in if you wanted to, based on the fact that, based on movement.
Okay. And
Yeah, same with John. I'd still be in long and also probably add or scaling.
alrighty, Arthur.
what is the question? Sorry, I just might.
Based on M3, you're gonna go long, short, or do nothing.
With the dollar yen, or
Dollar yen.
will do nothing because it looks like it's indecision.
Okay. Dollar Swiss. Long, short, or do nothing. John.
Do nothing.
And
Do nothing.
Arthur.
Do nothing.
Okay. Pound Swiss. John.
It's still pretty far from the average. I would do nothing right now.
Okay. And
Do nothing as well.
Arthur.
Do nothing.
Alright. Euro Swiss. John.
I'd still be in it, so just hold.
Okay. And
Hold and probably consider adding more.
right, Arthur.
I will be holding, yeah, not doing it.
Okay. And there's a potential, if there's no trades, and there's a potential trade to go long. Alright. Aussie dollar. John?
Just, if I was in it, I'd stay in it.
Okay.
Hold.
Hold. And
Hold as well.
Arthur?
Yeah, I'm holding. Yeah.
Okay. Dollar CAD. John?
Ooh. Yeah, I would do nothing.
And?
I'll add to my short position.
And Arthur?
Do nothing.
Oops. Kiwi. John?
I think I would just hold my position.
Okay. And?
Hold and probably add to the position.
Arthur?
Won't enter any position. I'm holding.
Okay. Euro. John.
Let's see here. That would be an add on a current position.
Okay. And?
Add. add as well. Hold and add.
Arthur?
Long.
Okay, long. Okay, write that down. Okay, euro pound, you said long. In actual fact, whack one in right now. An actual, no, don't do it, sorry, because it's still the end of the day. It's at the end of the
How
day.
come it's different? The euro pound, your one looks different to mine. Ah.
Based on the ask, it looks different?
Let me double check. Yes, slightly different. But yeah, I will be home. I will check the proper version because it's the web version is not accurate. Yeah, I will go home and double check it.
Okay.
Now let me see. Let me see.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, yours is different to mine. I've got the live. I mean the market scope, and the current candle is just above the 8 and the 10, while the previous candle is below the 8.
Oh my
Yeah.
God.
Interesting.
Yeah.
All right, euro yen. Let's start from you, John.
Based on that, I'd actually, depending on how many positions I have in, might sell off some and hold a couple.
Okay. Anne.
Hold.
Arthur.
I won't touch it because it's reaching the resistance already.
So you're holding. Alrighty, pound yen. John?
If I was in this, I'd just be holding, and yeah, I'd be holding.
Okay, Anne?
Hold.
Arthur?
Yeah, I'm a whole as well.
John? Pound Swiss.
Wow. I'd probably be getting out of this. Yeah, I'd be selling my positions.
On what basis? Based on everything.
On the basis that it looks like it's a series of lower highs, and even though you've got a short-term series of higher lows and higher highs overall, it still looks like it's in a downtrend with a longer series of lower highs and lower lows, and yeah, but I probably would have got out when it was up there in that level of supply, that last high in that bearish candle, touching on the area of supply. I might have gotten out there or started scaling out.
Okay, Anne?
I'm going to hold.
Arthur?
Yeah, I'm holding as well.
Okay.
And can you have a look like this pair? The pound street for me is current candle is below the 8 of the 10. How about you, Anne?
Okay, let me see. Current candle is just touching the 8. It's sort of going up and down. Previous candle's
Okay.
above the 8. Yeah.
Yeah,
So it's
same,
good.
same,
It's
same.
good.
Okay, thanks.
Oh yeah, yours is different.
Yeah, I'm finding
Okay.
Okay. Alright, last but not least. ASEAN. Start from you, John. Hello, John? John.
Oh, sorry, I've muted.
No worries.
Hold what I got and add some.
Okay. Anne?
Hold.
And Arthur?
Yeah, I will be holding it.
Okay, sweet. So get them too. Right, and we'll go from top to bottom, and Arthur and John. And what do you do?
No setup.
Arthur?
No setup. Not doing anything.
John?
Nada.
Okay. Let me remove that. Pound Swiss and
No setup.
Arthur?
No setup.
John?
Nope.
Pound Yen and
No setup.
Arthur?
Yeah, no setup.
John?
No setup.
Euro Yen and
Need one more day. Possible setup if it closes like that. Can we have a look at the bid, please? Yeah. If it closes like that, we need one more day.
okay, Arthur?
Possible.
No.
John?
Yeah. Yeah, we don't have anything until we have that third candle.
Okie dokie. Euro Pound and
No setup.
No setup. Really. No. No setup. No. Not
and
doing
John?
No setup.
Kiwi.
Okay, there was the setup. I don't know if you call that as a setup on the bid. Yes, there's a setup right there.
Yeah,
Yeah, so that's a setup there.
Arthur?
Yes, there's a setup, but I remember this morning you talked about in the daily trade routine because the overall trend is up, so I won't touch it yet.
Correct. Okay, pretty cool. Will you guys touch it? Alan and Jen, will you touch it?
let me see here. The same thing based on based on what I was saying about the dollar yen. It's possible that we could see a retracement to the downside based on that, but I don't think I think it'll be short-lived.
Okay. And?
I would go in that, but for very short term only, based on a small retracement, probably to just 84.
Yeah, if you draw a fib on that. 84. Wow, look at that.
Just
You
to the
called it
38.
almost. Look at that.
Yes.
What?
All right. Put in a demo.
Okay, cool.
Are you wearing your fib glasses?
Super fib.
Anne has fib vision.
I'm good, aren't I? No, just kidding.
All right, Arthur, would you go in?
No, I won't touch it.
Okay, John, would you go in?
I've got one pair that I'm doing.
But you know what? I'm already in. in my demos.
All
Like
right.
this morning.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okie dokes. Dollar cat. And
Dollar CAD no setup.
Arthur.
There was, but it failed.
No, I won't touch no setup yet.
Okay, John.
No, sir.
Okay. Aussie. And
No,
No setup.
no setup.
Arthur. No,
Well, look
John.
at the bid, please. Sorry. Yeah, no.
No setup yet. Not doing anything.
Okay, John.
No.
All right. Oops. Sorry. Other way around. And
No setup.
No setup.
okay.
No
Obviously,
setup.
no setup. Pound.
No setup.
Dollar Swiss.
No setup.
No
setup.
setup.
Okay. Dollar Yen.
No setup.
Yeah, no setup.
And last but not least, Euro.
No setup.
No setup.
Negatory.
Okay. Negatory. Let's go through. remove the indicator for now. Alright, Anne and John. I'm sorry, Arthur, you gotta sit on the sidelines for this. Long or short?
Who's going first?
You.
Top to bottom.
You're the one with fib vision.
Okay, me? Long.
Okay, John?
$0. Yeah, I'm long. I'm bullish.
Alright. Smack in one on your demo.
Okay.
We can give you short-term, long-term, right?
I'm sorry?
We can give you short-term, long-term on these, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Till tomorrow.
Tap.
Okay.
What would the stop be, the last pivot?
It's up to you.
Okay.
First target point. Well, to break that, that's gonna fly.
Man, I gotta
Help you a little bit.
demo account.
Here's one.
What the heck?
138.31. Approximately 160 pips. There's also another one right there. Actually, cancel at the high of that. So that's a cool. And the maximum of this somewhere around here too. But we need to reconsider all this. Okay. Right. Next, dollar yen.
Who's first, me?
John or Ann? We go for you first, John.
I am long, short-term, long, very short-term, and long-term, I am short.
Okay, and
I'm long. Long to about 99 and even probably 100.
alright, dollar Swiss. John?
I am short.
And?
Yeah, short as well.
Alright, walk it in your demo.
Trying to log into it right now. I think I blew it up.
Been logging too much.
It says profit. Hello.
That's why they logged you off. They're saying,
I'm making too much funny money.
exactly. So this guy needs to open up real money.
Wait, so what was the last trade we were supposed to...
You're a dollar.
You're a dollar.
$1. Man, this thing's not even set up right. It's all screwed up. $1. Okay, so... Buy one. And... What was the stop on that?
Your choice. Either here, there, there.
What's that? 134.73. 134.73. Hold on a second.
Actually, it's 134.71, but the actual bid is 134.717 is the low.
71, stop on that. Because we're long, right? Boom. Alright, cool.
Okay, $1, Swiss, pound dollar, and
Pound dollar.
long or short.
Short for short term.
Okay. By the way, I forgot to ask. When you say short term, both Ann and John, time frame,
Oh man.
overnight, 2 3
Overnight.
days.
Yeah, probably one overnight to 1 day, and probably just to the 38% on this one.
Okay. How about you, John?
Hmm.
It's nearly there.
Yeah, $10. Yeah. Yeah, short about a day, and then long term on the long.
Which one will you choose? Short or long?
Like right now,
Mm-hmm.
short.
Okay. And
Right now, short, but depends as well. There's news, I think, later on.
okay,
So
whack it in.
let's go, John.
Uh,
Interesting, actually.
Lock
We're
it
going
in
short, right?
for. I'm definitely basing the stop off of that high right there, that pivot high, 162.36.
So why won't you guys go long even if you put your stop over here? That if the probability of you heading to the upside.
You can, but it's a bit far. It's low, I mean high risk then.
Which is more risk? The probability
Oh,
to the upside or the risk of losing?
the only thing I don't like about this one is that it didn't create a new high. The recent pivot is lower compared to previous high. So that's the only thing that is, to me, the going to the downside is most preferable.
Okay. And so I will do that. Based on the theory of perception, putting in.
Okay.
Beauty about trading. Okay. Euro Swiss.
Long.
John?
Euro Swiss. Yeah, I think I'm long.
Okay. Whack it in. Aussie dollar.
Hang on a sec.
What the heck's my stop for this thing?
Your choice, John.
So Ann and John, long or short?
Long.
Yeah, I'm long.
Okay. smack it in as well. Dollar CAD.
Dollar CAD short.
Alright, smack it in. John?
Yeah, I'm short.
Okay. Kiwi.
Oh, this one I'm too long, short. Based on M1. Based on M1, I'm long.
Okay, John?
Give 1 second. I'm... Okay, what is this? Kiwi dollar?
Mm-hmm.
Kiwi dollar... This right here. Oh, wait a second. On the daily, let me ask. I'm long.
Okay, smack it in. Euro pound. And
Euro pound long.
John?
Yeah, I'm long.
Okay, put it in. Euro yen.
Hold on, man. Oh, let's see here.
Euro yen long to about the 135.
Okay. John?
Yeah, yeah, I'm long.
Alright. Smack it in. Whack it in. Whack, whack, whack. Press the trigger. Trigger, trigger, trigger. Bye, bye, bye.
Okay.
Buy, pound yen.
Weak. Short.
Short.
Have a look at the bid. Bid. Yeah, short.
John?
That's all I can see. That's it.
Pound yen?
That's all the chart I can see. All right. Yeah, I'm short on that.
Short. Okay. Short it. Sell, sell, sell. Pound Swiss. Rand. And?
Yeah, this one, based on M1, it's indecision. Buy.
John?
Short.
Okay, one buy, one sell.
Let's see here.
Last but not least, Aussie yen.
I already forgot we were on the pound yen. Pound yen, I was short. Yeah.
ASEAN buy. Long.
Okay, John?
ASEAN
Mhm.
buy.
Okay, then tomorrow we're going to see what the end results are going to be.
I missed a couple of them.
Which one?
I don't know. Well, I want to put stops in my limits in, and you go to the next one, you know?
Just
Good
keep
work,
buying
man.
it or selling
Come
and
on,
then
man.
put your
No,
stops
no,
in.
that's
Speed, man.
reckless.
Speed, man.
That's
Speed.
plain reckless, okay?
Speed, man. Speed.
No, this ain't momentum trading. This ain't, no.
All right, sweet. Okay, any questions then on tonight's exercise?
No questions.
Any
No
questions again, Arthur?
No questions.
Okay, awesome.
No,
All right, guys,
no
you have a
questions.
good one, and we'll see you tomorrow.